right, guys. Well, welcome back to the Podium. Today, I got a special guest, a good friend of mine for a lot of years, Doug Fruchey, and he's an IFBB pro bodybuilder. Got his pro card in Mexico recently, and I'm telling you, I put him on especially because Doug, I watched Doug in Venice when he was, compared to now, small, years ago. And I watched the drive that he had. And I know how bad he wanted to be a pro. And, we all kind of grew up together in Venice and seeing his progress and, watching everything that you've gone through and to get where you are right now. I have Doug on because he's my boy, and I think he's going to be a great Olympia competitor in the future. And I want him on the podium. And you could tell everybody, Scott Mendelson put this boy on because he knew he was going to be a bad motherfucker. All right, so Doug, welcome.
Man, thank you. What an introduction. Jeez, man. Laying the expectations right down. But no, I thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. Really just an honor. And anybody knows me knows it's pretty tough to get me out of the house at 6 p.m.
I know, bro. It's bedtime for you, and I appreciate it, man.
But it's going to be good. I'm so excited to be here. And I know we have... you're absolutely right. We like fuck. We've done so much, been around each other so much, done so much. You've seen me at my worst. I've seen you at your worst. It's everything happens in that gym over that time. So
absolutely. Venice is the mecca, man.
You can't take that title away from it. I don't care how much that gym will change. It's still got the heart.
Absolutely. And no matter how much it changes, it's got us there.
God willing, you got to come back.
I will. I took a little break from the shutdown.
Still there waiting for you.
Totally. So, I just kind of wanted to start out, before I start asking you about your childhood and shit like that. What was your drive? What made you want to get to where you are now and you're going now also?
Oh, man. My drive is simply just, I feel like God has really given me the blessing of the opportunity, and how can I waste it?
Yeah.
For one, and for two, there never really was another option for me. It's just the only thing I've ever known to do. It's the only thing that ever held my attention. It's the only thing I ever really got enough stimulation from to keep me there, and it saved my life so much. And it's a blessing to be able to do it. That's like asking the kid who goes to the park every day, like, hey, what's your drive to go hit that slide every day? Like, I'm like, man, have you seen that slide? It's fucking fun. I hit that slide every 5 minutes. Let's do this,
Yeah.
But, I'm just blessed to be able to do it. I love every minute of it.
Okay. So usually I can bring up people's info and have a bunch of key stuff to go off of, but there's not a lot of shit about you online.
Really?
Not as far as like your upbringing. I know you're from like Albuquerque originally, but it doesn't really have like a whole bunch of stuff. So tell me Doug from day one.
Doug from day one. He sure did think he was smarter than he actually was.
Right.
From day one.
As most of us.
I didn't like to be told anything without knowing it firsthand. So a lot of adversity built up on my own, just to simply overcome it.
Yeah.
Lots of trouble growing up. I wouldn't say lots of trouble, because there's a lot of people I know have been in a lot more trouble. But yeah, I was an aimless kid. I loved sports, played all of them. School was like just a joke kind of for me. It was it never kept my attention.
No stimulation for
it.
it.
Yeah, just nothing. One thing that I find it interesting, especially from people that know me now, is I was a real quiet, shy, kind of, outsider kid.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to kind of find my way, but all that went away when I got to Venice, I tell you what. But I played football and basketball. Basketball was my first love. I loved basketball.
You still play?
No, I tore my Achilles in 2016, getting ready for the USAs, and then just on a stupid pickup game. Don't play basketball at 260 pounds. It's not a good idea.
Yeah.
And so after that, I just, bodybuilding is my main sport, but it always was.
Yeah.
It always was. I remember the first moment. I remember the first time I got a pump like it was yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool, man. That's really cool, man. So, What's it like training with Charles Glass?
Training with Charles has so many different facets to it. Obviously, it's just an honor because of all the people that he has also trained.
I love that guy.
You know, you just think about how much he has, how much he has experienced, because especially being that I'm a trainer too, I feel like I understand a little bit about how he has developed his craft and how much the vast variety of people that he's worked with has helped him to develop such a specialty and such an understanding of how to get the most out of your muscle. But that's what Charles really is he's like a sniper.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, oh, you need to hit your hamstring at the bottom of the insertion. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Just turn your hip this way and squeeze it like this, and then hold it like that, and then you feel that. It's awesome. Whole bunch of mystique that comes with it. Just because you're training with Charles at the Mecca, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like posing in the corner.
Yeah, right.
Kind of stuff.
I mean, knowing Charles for the amount of years, first of all, the guy's a class act, man.
Absolutely.
And adversity. Talk about him personally. The adversity. I mean, just the injuries and stuff like that, the multiple heart attacks, the stroke. I mean, we didn't know if he was going to make it a couple years ago.
I'm telling you, and he still shows up for work every day.
He's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And he drives from fucking...
Not anymore, thank God.
Oh, he's down here now?
Yeah, he bought a house in Lawndale.
Oh,
so
right.
he's a lot closer now, thank God.
Dude, he used to drive like 2.5 hours a day. I was like, bro, how the hell are you doing this?
He'd leave his house at 2 in the
I
morning.
know, bro. I know. He was out of his mind.
For a while, because he had some medication that would make him kind of dizzy, and he had to take it in the morning, so he would get up, drive, get to the gym, take the medicine, so he'd be kind of dizzy in the car, sleep it off, and then go to work.
I know.
Dude's wild.
Well,
But when you love what you do, and that's so much what it is. He really still loves what he does.
Yeah, totally.
Even the non-competitors, he loves it all.
How's it feel to be a pro, finally, after like all these years of trying? And I mean, I remember when we talked back in the day, and you're just like, bro, I'm like doing this. Like, I started my podcast up, and I was like, bro, I want to get you on, bro. You're not a pro, and I mean, not that I'm talking shit, but like, I got hella Trevino on, and
there's levels to this stuff, man.
There is, bro, and like when I watched what you had gone through, I mean, dude, and the quality of muscle. I mean, look at you, bro. You look freaking dynamic. I mean, awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
You know.
What's it like to be a pro? I tell you, it's probably more anticlimactic than we think.
Like once you're
than
there,
we all expect.
I know that's what it was with me.
Yeah, it was like but the coolest thing about bodybuilding that I have found in my illustrious career, shall we say, is that every accomplishment is just a new beginning.
Yeah.
And so it's like every time you accomplish something, I mean, for me it works perfectly because I'm not really the pat yourself on the back kind of guy. I'm not really the, revel in my accomplishments. It's more like, it works perfectly because I'm like, all right, cool, I got that done. So what's that mean now? What's tomorrow? And it's like a whole new level of excitement with all kinds of new options. It's like when you were in the video game and you finally unlocked all the cool shit to put on your dude to get in the fight. It's like, oh, fuck yeah, now I can finally use that laser gun. And that thing, I love it. That's fun. And now, of course, you get to compete at all the shows that you've been watching for so long. Like, I'm going to the New York Pro. Like, I've been thinking about that for 10 years.
Oh, of course, bro.
So that kind of stuff.
The New York Pro's the shit.
I'm still a big fan of the game,
Yeah.
And just to know that I get to be a part of it while I'm in it is... Shit, I've even heard dudes say that and be like, I can't wait to say that. That's so cool.
But I can't tell you, bro, I think your future is seriously bright.
From your mouth to God's ears.
No, bro, you know what? All it is, in life, you can have anything you want. It just depends how much you want to suffer for it.
Oh, you're absolutely 100% right.
Like me, I wanted to be the baddest dude in the world in my sport. And I was like, you know what? I trained harder. I was more disciplined. And bodybuilding actually helped me more than anything else in powerlifting.
Really?
Well, you know what? The discipline of the bodybuilding, the nutrition, the supplements, the whole 9 yards. Powerlifters don't know any of that shit. They don't know any of it. So what I did was, I took what I learned from everybody out of powerlifting to build my body, to build every area of my body. See, most powerlifters just lift squat, bench, and deadlift.
Yeah.
And they do that over and over and over. And, you know, they're usually big fat people, and they just don't take care of themselves nutritionally. And every base isn't covered. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. To me, bodybuilding was probably the best thing that I ever went through in my life. I mean, there's, you know, everybody's like, oh, well, bodybuilding's not a real sport. Well,
I'll agree with that 100%.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, you know, it's not just the training. It's not just the contest prep. It's the posing. I mean, bro, when I competed in bodybuilding, I would do a full workout, and then I had to pose for an hour afterwards, and I was dying and cramping and just, dude, it was the hardest thing I ever did in my powerlifting's easy compared to bodybuilding. And I'm not taking anything away from powerlifting, guys, because powerlifting's gnarly, and I get that I'm an icon in powerlifting, and I understand, but until you have suffered and not been able to eat or drink, and then had to go to the gym and train, and you're about to pass out, and the guy looks at you and says, you can have one sip of water. And you're just like, and it's the best thing you ever had in your life. I mean, dude.
You call it suffering, and it's cool.
It's not suffering.
No, it's not.
But it is.
It is. It's. I mean, it's not pleasant. Obviously, it's not like you'd line up to do it. But the cool thing is, as a bodybuilder, to hear you say that, the things you're saying, I feel like you see bodybuilding for what I see bodybuilding as, the value of it.
Well, I've bodybuilt before.
Yeah.
So if I didn't, I wouldn't understand what the hell I'm talking about right now, which probably half of you people are like, yeah, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, starve for 8 weeks.
I look at it more like this. It's the exercise of the capability to manipulate one's body in any way possible. And that's what bodybuilding really is. Like you call it suffering. I call it manipulating. I mean, there's certain things. Okay, if I want to get myself into...
But what is it manipulating?
Any system of the body that you need to produce the result.
Okay, but I think you're coming at it the wrong way. Because what it really is manipulation of the brain.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the biggest
Bro, the brain. That's I mean, the body could do anything.
But you have to make it, you have to be able to tell it to.
Yeah.
You have to be able to turn that switch.
100%.
And that's it. It's like, okay, well, if I suffer just a little bit longer, well, then that switch is going to push just a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I use bodybuilding in my personal training, because I don't train very many bodybuilders.
Yeah.
I train,
bodybuilders are broke.
Well, that's it.
Powerlifters are broke.
But I use bodybuilding to demonstrate that if I can make my body do this, you really think we can't do something about the love handles that you got going on?
100%.
You really, and still do it safely and healthily, because I can run my body at 150 miles an hour for, as long as I need, healthily, if I manipulate my metabolism and et cetera, get all the right rest. That's all it is demonstrating those capabilities.
Yeah.
And really understanding and mastering one's body. I feel like it's closer to a martial art than a sport.
It 100% is.
It's
100%.
It's like a different kind of kung fu. Of course, I mean, no disrespect to you kung fu guys out there. I know, I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes.
Yeah, we're not going there. We're just saying it's a very disciplined thing, like a martial art.
Yeah,
is what he's saying.
Exactly. The discipline and the self control, it definitely is martial art esque.
Right.
I feel like, yeah.
Right. So for me in powerlifting, I don't want to be a big fat guy.
Absolutely.
I want to be lean, I want to be functional, and I don't believe that I need that gut, that extra that's...
Well, you're not going to tell me, you're not going to convince me at all that your body is going to function better, fat and heavy and high cholesterol out.
Right.
A race car is a race car is a race car.
Right.
If you want a fucking high performance machine, well, it's got to be high performance all the way around.
Better put the right fuel in.
The right way.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Put the right fuel, put the right suspension on, don't, it's not all about the engine,
Yeah.
I mean, the engine's a big part.
Still got the old truck?
No, I don't. I upgraded to a Suburban.
Oh, did you? Right
I
on.
got a 2018 Suburban.
Cool.
I see you still got your truck.
I still got the Beast. I still got the Beast.
I was like, guess whose truck that is?
I love that thing. I built it from ground up, and
oh man,
everything's new in it. It's a 2000, but it's a
dope
2020. Truck. Yeah.
I can't imagine driving it in Venice. I don't envy you there, but
dude, you know what, bro? It drives like a car. I mean, it's not all and parts bouncing around. It is what it is.
You could still park it in Golds. That was amazing.
You know what I mean? And I will be once again soon.
Man, I can't wait.
Probably in the next week or two, I'll be back.
I'm telling you, Golds is not as bad as some of you guys think.
I love that place.
It'll only get better the more people come back and keep using it because it's still there. The spirit's still there. We're having fun.
The only thing I don't like about Venice Golds is when it's January and the freaking big doors are open and I'm sweating and a cold wind is hitting me.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I love and adore Golds. Guys, I had hair when I started training at Golds. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. So basically, to be the best of the best, you basically just got to die and go to hell, and you got to make hell your heaven.
That's it. Sell out for the dream, man.
And that's everything in life. Like, if you can do that, there's nothing in life that you can't do. That's why I think that athletes should run the world.
I mean, it definitely puts a level of perseverance in us that you don't have otherwise, and I think that's really valuable. Yeah. And it's so true that